Alrighty, howdy ho folks, it's your multiversal medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. Last time we left off, well, we explored this desert island, basically to the... honestly everywhere. Pretty certain we explored everywhere on this desert island besides the Emberian ship. Besides that, we also finished the last side quest as far as I'm aware. There might be more side quests as we go deeper in. But the last side quest of... oh, right, we need to flip that last switch. Of doing the Jade Skulls. So arguably, I think all we have left is main quest. And I sneeze, obviously, because I started talking. Cool, cool. But I think all we have is main quest, and main quest-wise... we're getting the engine and I think just confronting Vela. I don't think there's much else. So you guys want to hedge your bets? What are the chances we actually finish the game this episode? Because first let's flick that switch. The switch is badly rusted but comes loose with force. As it clicks home, you hear nothing ringing in your ears. The strange echoing silence of a sound that you hadn't been hearing, stopping suddenly, and true silence rushing in across the island. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. So, I have that experience anytime the power goes out. Like, have you guys ever just had, like, the power go out and you realize what you thought was silence was never actually silence? So now you're filled in a void of like no electronic anything, whirring, buzzing, nowhere. And it feels like a weird disconnect of what the heck you should be hearing in your own home. Because yeah, that's always a bit eye-opening. Just a bit. Alrighty, let's get in here. Any but. So... yeah, I think there's a solid chance that we may end up actually finishing the game today. But then again, anytime I say like this might be the finale, I'm always wrong. I have never not been wrong about that. So this might actually just be the episode right before the finale, all things considered. Like, there is usually more of a solid chance of that than it actually being the finale anytime I say that. Ooh, ghosty goos. I like their design. Ooh, can they actually shoot out little... that's awesome. I love all the enemies in this game. I really do. There's not a single enemy design where I'm like, oh, that's kind of stupid, actually. Like, even when they're reusing models for various bits and bobs, it's like, no, that's a good design, all things considered, even if it's just technically a recolor. Alrighty, let's see what the heck we're working with. The door over there said it was sealed by some other force, so there might be switches or something, but actually there's another entrance on this side, so maybe not. Ah, fun. Ooh. There we go. Get that going. Should possibly be another. Yep, there we go. Yeah, man. Getting things done. Being productive. Actually doing the main quest for the first time in a long time. Something I tend to avoid in a majority of open world games until the last minute. What can I say? I like wandering and learning about the world. Okay, yeah, and this one would have been a lockpick. Okay, cool. Cool-EO. So... you have an elevator and a... door we can easily open. I am genuinely surprised not a single one of those, skull doors or whatever. I think there was legit just a minor wall there. Oh, nope. Still a minor wall. There we go. But not a single one of those what is it? Little skulls with the note-taking bit has been a conversation piece since the first area, actually. Oh yeah, you guys are just archers. I like it. I do. I like all the designs. I already said that. What are we looking at here? Ooh, clockwork ore. Yeah, we were just talking about this at the end of the last episode. That pretty certain the last clockwork ore was in here, and it's really cool, actually. I like it. But also, it feels kind of weird that it is in here. Then I went on the whole soliloquy where actually it might actually make perfect sense, all things considered. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. Yeah, what else? Oh, I like this. I like this. Oh goodness, my nose does not want to quit today. For some reason, it really doesn't. It's probably the weather, all things considered. That and yesterday, I was doing a lot of yard work. I don't know if I even talked about that last episode. Because I recorded last episode yesterday. But I did a good bit of yard work, and nature doesn't like me. And that's the nicest way I can phrase that. But if I said the sun's tried to kill me on multiple occasions, I wouldn't be lying. I really, genuinely would not be lying to say the sun has on multiple occasions come close to and tried to kill me. I don't think I've ever come across anyone else who's had a 3rd-degree sunburn. Just a regular sunburn to the 3rd degree. So yeah, nature doesn't like me. I was actually talking to my fiance about it, and basically, I used to be a lot more active and like playful as a kid. I really was. But that all eventually started dying out as I got older and older because, well, anytime I was playing around or doing anything, I'd end up burnt or just not feeling good because I'm allergic to a majority of things in nature. Like, I swear, like, I'm not allergic to any foods. I'm not allergic to any medications or anything. I'm allergic to nature trying to kill me. Man-made stuff, we're good. Peanut allergy, not there. But for some godforsaken reason, the second a leaf blows near me, my body's like, nope, we ain't doing this. Okay, so that's probably the engine piece we want right there. But before that, what's over here? Ooh, side corridor. Ooh, elevator that goes to probably the room right at the entrance. Ooh. Gonna be a slow elevator, so yeah, let's grab us. Ramusan Sphere. To face Vela in the cradle, you'll need to upgrade the cutter. On a desert island, you found an Emberian Ramusan Sphere, which should allow the cutter to bypass the cradle's protective force field. You should return to the High Confessor with what you found. High Confessor? About that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever even talked about that. So after that episode, I did look it up. Basically, I think it was just a choice between, oh, okay, I'm here now. Why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? Okay. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to take a brief moment, get all the way back there in the ship or whatever to make sure there's not a third room or a room right before where I think that door led to, just to be safe, in case we may miss something. And I'll meet you back there if there is. If there isn't, I'll meet you back right here, and we'll know the door that I just missed was actually just to the entrance hallway. So BRB. Alrighty, I took a quick look around, and as you could kind of tell, it was just a door leading to the entryway, as I thought, so yeah. Quick question, last Ramusin. It's done. You don't need to tell me. I can feel it, or rather, I can't feel it. Can't feel the energy anymore. Huh. Well done. That damn thing has sat in one place for centuries. I'm kind of amazed you're okay with it being gone. Your entire life it's been there. I feel like that's the equivalent of growing up and then suddenly a certain color just doesn't exist in your world. Time for it to fly again. Time for it to do what the Ramusins meant it to do in the first place. I could take you with me. Take you off this island. I will use it well. Yeah, I can take you with me. And what would I do then? There's nothing for me out there. I hope to live long enough for someone to come with a few kind words for me. And they have. That's enough for me. Leave me here and I'll join my ancestors soon enough. Go. Use it well. Goodbye. Goodbye to you then. Fly fast. Remember, the Rasmussens. Oh gosh, favorite NPC right there. Gosh, seriously, man. Anyways, as I was saying, I did look up that one quest where we chose either between the High Confessor or the Ghost of the High Confessor. And as far as I'm aware, there's no real major difference for choosing one or the other. As far as I could tell, it basically just came down to whichever one and you get basically the same reward, and the other one kind of isn't an NPC anymore, I guess. So, yeah. Honestly, I'd probably feel just as bad about messing up Care, the Ghost, as opposed to the High Confessor. But, is what it is. Time to make our way to the blinding light. Heckie to the, yeah, I think we're reaching final hour kind of stuff. Okay. That is that. Actually, which direction exactly is it? I think it's this direction? Maybe this direction? The bridge. Okay, that it's actually this direction. Get it, got it good. Figured it out. You don't realize how good an effing compass kind of thing in your UI is until you're doing something like this and you don't have a compass in your UI, basically. Alrighty. Nope, that did... Okay, it did drop down. Gosh dang it. There we go. There we go. And pop on up. Let's get this quest going. Like I said, I don't think there's anything else I can do. I swear I've basically been to a majority, if not everywhere I can. And basically, we're just here. We're going for Vela. That's what we're doing. I've tried to talk to every NPC. I've tried to do everything. Actually, there is a handful of things I can do. I can, one, upgrade my gear real quick. I can actually test out and see what the heck that's like. So, there we go. I think I talked about it last episode. I think I want to go with clockwork for both of them. I like the idea of utility. I don't super care about damage, and I don't super care about, like, being able to spellcast more. If I was going Entice, I'd go with Shroom Weave on both, but let's see here. Clockwork Bow. Yep. Gonna have a blade kind of thing going on, so let's do this. So, oh, okay. So, controller-wise, basically, shooting is R2. Yeah, cool. Shooting. Awesome. Hitting R1 transforms it into... It looks kind of like a guitar, all things considered. Kind of like it. And then hitting R1 again switches it back. Awesome. That is awesome. If I could rotate saves, I'd be trying it with everything. Because I really like the idea of this. I think I just did the wrong one. Oh, Ave. Wait, where is my save? Where is my save? What we doing, man? What we doing? Where did I save just recently? Did it save when it did that or not? Because it auto-saves. What we looking at, man? I'll meet you back here in a second. Oh, we're all the way back here. Okay. So, I'm pretty certain quest-wise... Yep, we're good. Okay, yeah, I'll meet you back at the blinding light real quick. Okay, cool, cool. And I guess we'll try out every single weapon with clockwork super quick too. That way we can see what each transformation is. No, wait, look at my weapon. Oh, wait. No, nope, nope. Too little, too late. It did save it. Well, looks like we're going dual blades, man. Is there... Okay, there is an animation. Okay. Okay, I guess this is what we're doing. That's on me. It is what it is. 100%, like I was about to say, if I could rotate saves, I'd be trying out every single one, but what else? I mainly use the bow, and that's mainly what I wanted. Back to the blinding light, as I have completely messed up what I wanted to do. As I'm prone to. It's funny. Just perfectly timed that. Oh well, it is what it is. Next playthrough, I'll get the cannon and the pistol. Or the dagger and claymore, basically. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. Alrighty, let's actually get here and... Actually, yeah, there is one other thing I can do. Before we fully go into this. We're gonna go to our house in Hallowshire heck quick. Earn some money, but... Get a bunch of buffs. Yeah. Get a metric F ton of buffs. And then probably... Yeah, because I actually have a dock right here. Come on. There we go. Get buffs from switching up the cabins here in case I'm missing any. Yeah, that'd be... I have a worker here? I have a worker for the Wing Merchants Guild at my house. You know what? Okay. The more you know. Alright. Let's, get a bunch of buffs going. Then, we go deal with Vela. So, BRB hecka quick. Or not. Maybe you should just watch me do this slowly and methodically. So slow. So methodical. Let's see here. Over here. Get the clockwork going. There you go. And get these buffs going. I love that it's just a treadmill. I really, really do. I really, really love that that's just a treadmill. And here's lockpicking. Good stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Got stuck. Head on out. Stamina. Over to the outlaw. Here we go. Only cost 20 coins to fully buff myself with all the buffs for it too. There's health. The top left is getting so overcrowded. I kind of love it. All right, that's going to be defense. Yep, yep. And honestly, I don't know if any of the cabins have anything different buff-wise. Get that go. Oh, come on. Hello? Hello, buff. There we go. Attack. And finally, Hostatic Union. Oh. Feels good to have money, man. Feels good to have a house. Feels good to be able to buff myself up. Heck yeah. Let's see here. Over yonder. Over hill. Over dale. Barter. Cool, cool. Get through all this stuff, and I guess this will be the last buff. Regen, yeah. I genuinely don't think there's any other buffs we can get just from the cabin or anywhere. I think there's a specific buff you can get in your house by sleeping in it, but we would have had to choose to keep the what is it? Vampire alive in the bottom of our house. You guys remember that? Yeah. There was a vampire. Kinda effing awesome, not gonna lie. Kinda effing horrible, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get nice and low. There we go. And my anchor didn't go off for some reason. Good to know. There we go. There we go. Let's do a quick save and nap into the morning. And we are good to go. Ultimately. Okay, that's... You know what, whatever. Whatever. Buffs-wise, I think... I will put on... Probably perfume. And I don't know if I exactly need anything else. I mean, this helps just with my base stats, but... Yeah, I guess we can go with that. I don't know how this whole thing's gonna go. But I am gonna go full charm, just in case it goes a certain way. That's regen right there. I don't think there's any ring that raises charm whatsoever. There's rings that raise like barter, like the one I just passed, but yeah, charm, I don't think so. Okay, yeah. We're officially good. Got it done. Looks like you've done it, stranger. The cutter's been fitted with those fancy gadgets, and you're all set up to slip aboard the cradle without anyone being the wiser. If you really manage to pull it off, I doubt the Inquisition will notice if a single confessor goes missing in the chaos, she winks. So tell me, stranger, if you make it through this, what will you do next? I have no intention of leaving. I'll stay with the Inquisition. Oh, F no. No. I'll just see where the wind takes me. I'll have my revenge on these Inquisition pricks. Oh. I'd like to. I really would. But at that point, am I just becoming Vela? The Inquisition's gonna self-destruct. There's no reason for me to take revenge. It's going to self-destruct. It's already doing that. Why bother putting all this effort into stopping the Inquisition when I could just watch from a safe place as they frickin' like cannibalize themselves? Like seriously, I'll just see where the wind takes me. Freedom. Ah, free spirit, eh? I've no doubt you'll make quite the adventurer. But I suppose you shouldn't count your egg sacs before they've burst, eh? That cradle isn't going to assault itself. It seems like your companions are ready for the fight ahead. All you have to do is take the cutter and depart to the cradle. If anyone can get to Vela, You lot can. And if anyone can stop her, well, I don't know. Many wise heads have been turned by Vela's grandiose dreams before. I fear you may be tempted too. I won't tell you what to do when you meet Vela face to face. That's for you to decide, stranger. But I trust when it comes to it, you'll do what's right. Sometimes I can only choose what's left over, man. So, seems like... yeah, the Emberian's not here either. Looks like everyone's... okay, yeah. Everyone kind of instanced over to the cutter. So what do you got to say? Orlaith looks agitated, shifting in her armor. You know, I've faced up to impossible odds before. Always busted them. So, why do I feel so god's damned nervous? She looks at her hand. It's trembling slightly. She clenches it into a fist. I guess I've always looked up to Vela. She's saved me more times than I can count, so... even though I know this is the right thing to do, my stomach's still churning. Listen, Confessor. When we meet, you told me we'd stop Vela without bloodshed. I think we can safely say that we tried and failed in that regard, eh? So this time, I ain't asking questions. I'm letting my sword do the talking. You'd better be okay with that. You're right, the time for talk is over. Do your worst. Just try not to kill her, okay? Change your plans. I want to make her heaven a reality. No, I honestly don't. Like, her heaven isn't heaven. It's... even if she was somehow able to do it, it's still not a heaven. It's what she thinks should be right, not what everyone thinks should be right. Do your worst or just try not to kill her. I feel like the Emberian would kind of break if she had to kill her. Even though frickin' Vela helped raise Orlaith, but constantly showcased to Orlaith that they were secondary and lesser than throughout the entirety of their life together. Like, honestly, you go back to all the various stories, the Emberian Orlaith has always been treated as lesser than comparative to Vela, her sister, and her family, even though she was raised as if she was supposed to be one of them. And Vela always said, you are my sister, we are family. She showcased various actions she wasn't. It is still someone that the Emberian grew up around constantly, and I feel like it would break her if she killed her, so just try not to. Besides, it's not that simple. Once the swords start swinging, it's life or death, but I'll give it my all. Orlaith is silent for a moment. You know, I've never felt like I've belonged anywhere. Being born from a glass tube will do that to you. Even those first few years with Vela, when we thought we were really making a difference, it was still Vela's dream we were chasing, you know? Now I think I finally know what my purpose is. To stop the evils of my ancestors from ever being repeated. She twists up the corner of her mouth, or die trying. For better or worse, that's thanks to you, Confessor. So I suppose I just want to say thank you. My pleasure, Orlaith. We just need your sword skills, that's all. My pleasure. She smiles at you warmly. Okay. Let's talk to Caxton. Frost is sipping from a teacup, which he raises in salute at your approach. Ah, Confessor. Good of you to join us. So here we are at last. The interval is nearly over. The curtain's soon to open. Everything is in place for the final act. Let's just hope I can remember my lines. How are you feeling? You'll do fine, Frost, after all. We've rehearsed plenty. Yeah, keep up with the act. We've rehearsed plenty. He sips. Nevertheless, a little stage fright is only natural. This is the confrontation I've been running from all along. This, what I became Horus to escape. Yet I am finding that the fear is less biting than before. Feels calming somehow. To last be walking towards my troubles with a firm resolve. He snorts. Funny how long we resist the simplest lessons. I mean, yeah, it's human nature to deny what's directly in front of us in a truth. That's why we've elevated ourselves beyond simplistic notions. Confessor, do you remember our first meeting? Lately, I found myself turning it over in my brain. At the time, you persuaded me that the angel's promise was a mirage, that a better world can only be built one brick at a time. Those were wise words. The dark stars could have bettered so many lives with all the power and treasure we attained. That's what I was saying. You guys could have low-key taken over the Onric Isles, or even just Quill and Hallowshire, turned it into its own city-state, much like the Clockwork Kingdom, and built up the utopia. If we'd done the hard work and made the hard choices, instead we took the easy path, following our leader into damnation for a prize that could absolve any crime. But he takes a deep breath and locks eyes with you. Things are different now, don't you see? The cradle has risen. The stable door has been blown off its bally hinges. Everything the Clockwork Kingdom ever tried was mere child's play compared to the angel. This is it, the real deal. And now that we're on the precipice, I find I cannot turn my back. It's all Horus's fault, I'm afraid. His visions were so good because he still had hope. Hope that every person could be redeemed. That love really was more powerful than despair. When you reawakened my old self, that hope didn't die. It stayed with me. Infectious, all mixed up together with everything I've seen and done. Ross smiles ruefully. So you see, I had to believe that Horus wasn't wrong to hope. I mean that literally. I have no choice but to believe. For Sam, and my family, and everyone I've ever loved. You're saying you want to activate the angel, I'm with you? Sorry, Frost, I won't let you activate the angel. Honestly, I have no idea what I'll do once we reach the angel. That's me being honest. Yeah, I have no idea. Frost laughs. Refreshingly honest, Confessor. Very well. You improvise and I will react. If it transpires that we are cast as foes, let us play our parts with gusto. He sighs. I'm going to flipping regret all this, aren't I? Probably. Alrighty. Let's continue onward, see what the Duchess and Mr. How did I forget his name? He's the one I dislike the most, so I guess that's fair. Ever since we saw it, I've been thinking of that angel. I've long read of such ominous entities, drifting in the void, beyond reality, but until now they were entirely theoretical. But seeing such a creature in the flesh, I could feel it. Its incongruity, its vast contradiction. Like a thorn in my brain. With something so alien in this world, maybe Vela really can bend reality to her will. I love how everyone's like, this thing works outside the realm of... By the way, is that a void stone dagger? Is that void stone? Has she been like juggling a void stone dagger this entire effing time? Oy vey. But like, even with that in mind, it's literally a being with its own will. Why would it just do what she wants? The Duchess plays idly with her void dagger. Yeah, it is a void stone dagger. Watching it glide through the air. Oh, Confessor, my apologies, I was lost in thought. It's that angel. I've long read of such entities, drifting in the void beyond reality. Okay, that's a very similar line to how you led this. That's very odd that they just led it the same way, but until now they were entirely theoretical, yeah. I'm pretty certain those first two sentences were just mentioned. For all the complexities of our cipher art, we have only the smallest understanding of the void. Confessor, you told me that Vela must be stopped, and that us Endless must learn to accept our fate. I've been thinking on this a great deal these past few days. My people's burden is ours to bear. And though we lament our torment, I believe some good, no matter how slight, can be gleaned from the worst of tragedies. Vela's idea of heaven might benefit my people, but I have no doubt it would wreak great havoc and disruption upon everyone else. For this reason, I'll help you to stop Vela, no matter the cost. You are still going to try and stop her, correct? After she ran me through with her blade, I'm hardly going to help her. Valid, but also I'm low-key not dead even after that, so bygones be bygones? Nah, not really. Her so-called heaven is too chaotic an idea. She must be stopped. Despite her actions, I will help her achieve this heaven for the benefit of all. No, her so-called heaven is too chaotic an idea. She must be stopped, and that's my honest view. She messes with forces she doesn't comprehend. And honestly, her idea of heaven is hypocritical in nature as its foundation. I thought as much. It will be a risky fight, but I'll do my best to aid you. When we reach the cradle, I'll keep Vela's main force distracted with a cipher shield. That should give you time to find an alternate entrance. But no matter what, this will be a perilous mission. I've spoken to Care and arranged for my daughter's hand to be delivered home if I am to meet a similar fate to hers. Oof. Hey, buddy. Jack Basalt. Oh, right. That's right. I still don't like you. Well, this is it. One last daring push into Vela's maelstrom, eh? Only this time, I fear there will be no second chances. He shoots you a serious look. Doesn't matter how many times that god of yours could pull you back from the dead. If Vela activates that abomination, it's all over. Unless we could stop her, Vela will either rule the world or end it. Damn that girl for bringing it to this. She could have done great things, you know? Her name could have gone down in history as a savior, not a tyrant. It's a fine line, Jack. It's a fine line. It really is. Well, anyway, the cutter's ready to depart. You might want to check with the rest of the crew to see how they're holding up first. Is it supposed to be first, or is he supposed to not have the T at the end of first? Yeah, I guess that's another typo. I think we pointed one out last episode too. But otherwise, use the controls when you're ready. Just make sure you're really ready, eh? Assaulting that cradle is no easy task. This might just be the last thing we ever do. What's your plan when we reach the cradle? The place is a fortress. Too risky for a head-on assault. But if the Duchess could distract Vela's entourage with her magic, the rest of you might have a chance. Ross thinks he's spotted a back door, some sort of utility pipe that could be cracked open, giving you and Orlaith a way inside. Then Orlaith will head straight for Vela and try to keep her busy. As for you, find that angel at all costs. Then if all goes to plan, we'll meet up in the cradle's center and we can boot that angel back to the void. Piece of cake, eh? Right. Anyways, I'm gonna go save. Not for nothing, I know this game constantly autosaves, but still. My weapon as proof of such. Yeah. Wonderful proof of such. Oh, well. It's still awesome. It really is. The animation for it just doesn't go off occasionally. It's still pretty cool, though. Whatever. Okay, guys. Let's get this done here in a sec. But first and foremost, honestly, this recording's gonna have to be paused. I gotta go do some other stuff. I may have to come back to this recording tomorrow or whatever. So, I'll talk to you guys in no time for you and possibly an entire day for me. Yeah, about that. But alrighty, back at it again. It is a different day for me, actually. So if the energy and vibes are a bit different, sorry in advance. Yeah, kind of had IRL stuff pop up, and after all of the IRL stuff, it's like, okay, I guess I'm just kind of not recording from here. So, sorry about that. That being said, I think we still have, what, like 20 minutes of an episode left, around there? I'm just gonna have my timer go to 20 minutes. I believe we talked to everyone, so I guess finally we're just flipping the switch. Onwards and upwards. Getting a nice little cutscene too. You don't see many of those in this game. Alrighty. Well then. What do you got to say, Jack Basalt? Right, well, despite it all, that went pretty smooth, huh? He grins. Damn sight better than the last landing, at least. What's the plan now that we're here? The place is a fortress. Too risky for a head-on assault. But if the Duchess could distract Vela's entourage with her magic, the rest of you might have a chance. Okay, yeah, it seems like the, same info he gave last time. Alrighty. Now what I find oh, we can't even get on the ship again. Fancy. Okay. I found it interesting that low-key Caxton Frost was debating joining. I don't even know if it was full-blown debating. He said he'd side with Vela for possible hope for a future. Which I don't deny a hope for the future. I don't think this is the way you should go about it. And he even admitted that. So yeah, a bit odd there. A bit odd indeed. Okay, we got like all the facilities over yonder. Good stuff. With the exception of a save point. Cool. I don't like that I'm getting potions. Okay, once more I've erected my transpositional supply tent. By all means, use it to stock up. But don't tarry. We must strike quickly, now that we're here. Vela's lackeys will come at us in full force. But I'll try to keep them at bay for as long as I can. Once we've set off, we must find Frost and help him make his entrance. Okay. Okay. What's up, Orlaith? We're aboard the most important vessel ever constructed. Surrounded by the Union Navy, on our way to face Vela Kolos and her captive Eldritch horror. Yeah, it's an Eldritch horror. She smiles. Careful, Confessor. Anything more dangerous and I might start having fun. Oh, Orlaith, I hope you get out of here alive. Frost in full flow, seemingly possessed by the ghost of his piratical past. Onward, ladies. No dawdling, no dallying, and no fattying around. Last one to reach the oration pipe owes us all a full Lundalese breakfast. He glances at you, baring his teeth in a fierce grin. Showtime, Confessor. Break a leg. It's funny coming from him. Alrighty. Yes, gonna explore a bit. I like the fact that we have no OST going, actually. It is the wind howling. Really helps set the stage. Emberian ore. I mean, a fitting place for it, but not necessary in the least, I don't think. Speaking of, I'll switch over to my bow and arrow. So it looks like we're not doing that. Okay. Onwards and upwards, or upwards and downwards? Onwards and downwards. Yeah, that way. Alright. Let's see what we're working with. Instancing a go-go. Cradle Assault was updated. Ooh, starting to get some music. You've launched an assault on the cradle. You must now find a way inside the structure. The main entrance is impenetrable. But Caxton Frost has planned to find some sort of back entrance. You should rendezvous with him. Okay. I love that. Legit, the first quest we ever got, Hunt for Vela Kolos, is still the quest we have never finished. Just kind of showcases how we're kind of given an impossible task right from the get-go. Actually, let's try this out. What are we looking at? Oh yeah, that's some decent damage. Yeah, some good stuff. Let's switch over. We give this a shot here in a second. Oh, I'm still bummed I accidentally made this as opposed to the cannon slash claymore, but is what it is. Okay, got a few dead over yonder. This one's not dead, I don't think. Maybe he's pretending to be dead, or maybe he is. What else? I am amazed. Okay, she's holding them off. That outright... Just how many of these Dark Star forces Vela is still able to keep going at all times. Okay, let's see here. Well, there's the Emberian, and what are we looking at? Looks like a Emberian robot of sorts. Alrighty. And we've got some sort of thingamabob. Okay. It got good. This is obviously the way forward. Considering both Caxton and the Emberian are right there. Okay, so I did mention this before. I think right before actually ending whatever amount of recording I was doing. There is a delay on using this. Like hitting the button, waiting. There's the animation. Yeah, that's not cool, actually. The Duchess is clearly straining to maintain her powerful cipher spell. Don't worry about me, Confessor. I faced worse odds than this. Just find Frost and get inside this thing. Alright, cool. Gonna hand me some Kool-Aid. Yeah, Kool-Aid. Alrighty. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Not for nothing, but that delay's kind of effing annoying. Like, there's no delay on actually just switching. That's the weird bit. Also, I guess low-key, I'm pretty certain R1 is the block button. So with these, we cannot block whatsoever. Which is kind of annoying for enemies like that. Oh well. Ooh, treasure. Emberian ore, just what I never wanted. Awesome. Perfect place for it, but just never needed it. Ooh. If only, man. I would have loved to have a frickin' cannon like yours. Gosh, man, that goes through so quick. You know what? Screw it. We have a crafting station over yonder. Why don't we make... should we do a Voidstone Claymore or a Voidstone Dagger? How quick would the Voidstone Dagger be? Ooh. Yeah. Makes it 40 damage. That's a lot. And this would make it 18 damage. Not nearly as much. How quick is the dagger? I know I'm wasting time. I do that a lot. So, dagger. It is pretty quick. That being said, Claymore. A big damage. Equates to big damage Claymore that looks super evil. Cool. Awesome. It's every frickin' like 13-year-old's dream. Edgelord go, baby. I guess the knife is too. Whatever. What do you got to say, Emberian? It's taking Frost so long. We need to get this thing open, or it's all over. Yeah, what is taking Frost so long? Break a leg and all that. Frost is once again fiddling with his handheld door-breaking device, but this time he is visibly under stress. Confessor, you've arrived in the nick of time. Confound these obstinate Emberians. I'm attempting to halt this aeration turbine to afford our ingress, but it appears there is a failsafe switch somewhere nearby, most likely on the platform beneath here. There's an elevator down nearby. Find the switch, shut it off, and you'll have your door. Behind you, there is a deafening shriek of offensive magic and a flash of blue light that briefly casts deep shadows across Frost's face. He looks worried. Quickly now, Confessor. Do not miss our cue. Yep. Alright, let's get going. Yay, super slow elevator. Oh, it's actually a decently fast one. Well, you don't find these much anymore. Well-oiled elevators and all that. Not round these parts. Ooh, smash. Got a throwing knife, just what I always wanted right at the end of the game. It's not as bad as how effing Harvestella was with giving me basic early game components and crafting materials all throughout the final dungeon. It's like, why the heck would I want this? What's the point of this? I have zero need for it. Okay, cool. Awesome, funky and fresh. 3 lockpicks. Well, I don't need them, but appreciate it. I love your guys' chainsaw sword. I really do. I'm jealous. Chainsaw swords. So edgelordy. I'm kind of amazed. Like, these dudes didn't just take over the cradle. They've gotten the defense system of the cradle working for them. That's what I'm amazed about. The apostatic union is now considered your enemy. Wait, what? Wait, what? What was that? Wait, actually, wait. Is it what I think it is? Controller? There we go. Shoulder buttons weren't working. Is it what the heck I think it is? It's because I'm fighting Darkstar mercenaries. They're considered a faction, and the Apostatic Union hates them as a faction. So, me fighting them is legit raising my Apostatic Union faction rep. Which is hilarious. Because that just... Okay, so if they were willing to take out the Goblin faction, because, well, what are you going to use it for besides wearing the mask and not fighting basic Goblin enemies? What the heck is the point of the Dark Star faction? Like, what does that beget these dudes being a faction that you can actually interact with? What's the point of it? Get that going. Something has changed. Because, like, is it somehow going to make me have a better persuasion chance with Vela at some point? Because I'm not super murder hobo-y with the Dark Stars? I doubt it. I honestly do. I mean, there's always a chance, I guess. Ooh, Delusion. Let's see here. Emberian ore, just what I never wanted. Okay, there's an elevator over yonder. But yeah, it's... I'm just curious why the Dark Star faction is considered worth keeping in the game mechanics wise. I understand, like, lore wise, Dark Stars and all that, but game mechanic wise, what is the point of them being one of the factions I can scare off? Oh, what's up, man? Ooh, that's probably not good. Ooh. Hold on. The Duchess has been hacked to pieces. You see parts of her body scattered across the floor, like remnants of some gruesome festival. Duchess, can you hear me? In response to your voice, a finger starts pointing wildly. You follow its gesture to a pile of bodily components, and you pull a jaw from within. I'm sorry, Confessor. Couldn't hold them all back. Can we fix you? I'll send for help. I'm sorry, but there's no time. Can we fix you? Did you bring your needle and thread? What a pleasing image. Alas, I fear there's no time for any such thing. I'll send for help. You'll do no such thing. No, Confessor, you mustn't make a fuss about me. There's simply no time. I knew it would come to this sooner or later. No doubt I deserve it after all that I've done. Perhaps it will even prove an interesting change of pace, no? Just find Vela and that angel of hers. Now go, Confessor. Dude, I was talking. Like, hashtag rude, man. Hashtag rude. Okay, so those dudes are out. Did this work? What are we looking at? Frost is down. Okay. Frost's body lies mangled within the twisted wreckage of his clockwork armor. His fine clothes sodden with blood. Ah, fuck. Hang in there, Frost. I'll go get you back to the cutter. Sorry, Frost doesn't look good. Finally swore. I'm proud of you. Frost gives you a weak but genuine grin before coughing up blood. go and fuck yourself, Confessor. He grimaces. Not a bad finish for old Caxton Frost, hmm? A final stand, a heroic downfall. Not a dry eye in the house. Dramatic. To the last. But the curtain's not fallen yet. Darling? If you can, build something better. Out of all these ashes, then. And it won't have been for nothing. He reaches up and grips your hand tightly. Please, Confessor, activate the angel. Make all this worth a damn. He releases your hand and slumps back, his strength failing. Oh, and please tell Sam that I'm sorry. I really did want to come back to him. You can tell him yourself. Frost's eyes are screwed tightly shut and he no longer seems to hear anything you say. The angel, please. You have to... Sam? Sam. Oh gosh dang it, man. Well... You're not the Emberian. Hashtag rude, man. So we're still missing a party member. Could be further in. Maybe, maybe not. Let's take you out of here. Maybe we should circle back to Jack Basalt real quick. See what the heck we're working with. Okay. I still find it so effing interesting that it's a faction. I will never get over that, actually. It is so odd. There we go. What are we looking at? Get my parfum on. There we go. Oh, lovely. The loveliest of all things. There we go. Got that going. Get all the way through. Open this. Get out of here with your nonsense, Boyle. Oy vey. Like, I really didn't want them to die, to be honest. Well, I guess the Duchess isn't, but... I suppose she's been stuck in a fate worse than death for a long time at this point. Not like that's anything new to her. Okay, let's see here. It should be the main hall. Yes, it is. Still don't see Orlaith anywhere. That's the odd bit. Where the heck's Orlaith? Oh, I think we're around an episode, too. Not seeing her anywhere. She took out a good number. She really did. Still not seen anywhere. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's circle back to Jack Basalt. See if anything happened instance-wise with him. And then... Nope, he's just chilling. Dude, F you. Looks like Frost has gotten that back door open. So what are you dallying around here for? The Duchess is in pieces. The Duchess cut down? Things must be hairy out there. If anyone knows how to piece themselves back together, it'd be her. Just keep focused on the task at hand. Find Vela. Frost is dead. Basalt stares at you, brows furrowed. Confessor. If he's really past his will, you can't think on it till we're done here. He knew the stakes and he chose to come anyways. Now keep your mind sharp and get back to it. You hear Basalt mutter under his breath. Poor lad. You're right. I'll get going. At least until I find, or Lath. Okay. Let's do one quick look over hecka quick and see if she's kind of strewn about. Oy vey. Honestly, I was expecting it to go this kind of tits up when we first came across the cradle. Smash. There we go. So, kind of amazed it took this long for it to go this bad, I guess. Alrighty. Let's see what we're working with. She's probably somewhere. Should I just call it an episode? Should I? I could. Oh, Cradle Assault. That just got updated from walking through here. Let's check that. You need to find a way through so as to confront Vela. This is barred from the other side. Okay. And this is the entryway we knew of. Okay. Nope. Ooh, Basalt's gone. Basalt is gone, and probably the Duchess as well. That was probably an instance moment. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'll tell you what. I am going to say the episode ends here, and if it takes an hour or so with whatever the heck comes after, that's a different episode. If it takes less than an hour, then we're continuing forward. Just into a super long finale episode of whatever the heck we're doing. But this is me noting to myself, this is a place to cut. Alright, I'll talk to you guys either immediately, same day, or possibly next week, which, sorry for a cliffhanger. We'll power through this bit by bit.